Stop everything. Do not scroll. Do not check notifications. Do not let distractions steal this moment. I am speaking to you right now. You didn't find this message by chance. You didn't stop here accidentally, and you are not watching this because of timing. I chose you. Out of millions of people scrolling, busy, distracted, half listening, your spirit recognized something before your mind did. That pull you felt? That quiet pause in your chest? That was me. Listen carefully, because I am not repeating this message. I have been watching you far longer than you realize. I saw the nights you stayed awake replaying conversations in your head, the mornings you woke up tired before the day even started, the strength you showed everyone while silently breaking inside. I saw the moments you felt invisible, unappreciated, replaceable, and I saw the questions you never said out loud. Why am I trying so hard and still standing still? Why do others move forward while I feel stuck? Did I do something wrong? Hear me clearly now. You were never forgotten. You were never overlooked, and you were never behind. I slowed things down on purpose, because if I allowed certain doors to open earlier, you would have walked into spaces that would have drained you. You would have trusted people who only wanted access, not connection. You would have accepted less just to feel chosen. So I protected you by delaying you. What felt like silence was strategy. What felt like rejection was redirection. What felt like loss was separation. I was removing what could not go where you were going. That's why some relationships faded without closure. That's why some opportunities disappeared suddenly. That's why some plans collapsed right before they worked. You called it disappointment. I called it rescue. You don't see it yet, but I was saving you from an ending that would have broken your confidence and made you doubt your worth. And while you waited, I was building something inside you. Your discernment got sharper. Your tolerance for disrespect got lower. Your need for validation began to disappear. That wasn't weakness leaving you. That was growth arriving. I watched you stay kind in a season that tried to harden you. I watched you remain faithful when giving up would have been easier. I watched you keep going when no one was cheering. That mattered more than you know. Stay with me. Do not leave this video, because in part 2, I am going to reveal why the delay was necessary, what I was protecting you from, and why something you thought was permanently lost is about to return in a form you never imagined. Do not skip. The shift does not begin later. It begins with what you hear next. Stay here, because what I am about to say explains everything you couldn't understand before. You asked me, why did it take so long? Why did I pray and see nothing change? Why did I do the right things and still feel delayed? Listen carefully. The delay was not about time. It was about readiness. If I had released what you asked for earlier, it would have arrived before your discernment matured, before your boundaries formed, before your spirit learned to say no. You would have received the blessing and lost yourself trying to keep it. So I waited. Not because I doubted you, but because I believed in who you were becoming. Some blessings require a stronger version of you, a calmer version, a wiser version, a version that doesn't panic when pressure comes. That's the version I was building. While you thought nothing was happening, your vision was being refined. Your patience was being stretched. Your dependence was shifting away from people and back to me. I removed certain people quietly, not because they were evil, but because they were not aligned with where you were going. They would have drained you, confused you, pulled you back into cycles I already freed you from. You called it loneliness. I called it protection. You called it isolation. I called it focus. You didn't lose those people. They expired. And you didn't fail those opportunities. They were filters. I was watching how you reacted when things didn't make sense, when effort wasn't rewarded, when obedience felt invisible. That's where character is proven. You didn't become bitter. You didn't become cruel. You did not lose compassion. You stayed soft in a hard season, and that matters more than applause ever will. Now listen closely. Something you thought was permanently lost was not taken from you. It was repositioned. It will not return the same way. It will return cleaner, stronger, untouchable. And when it arrives, you will finally understand why I said not yet before. People will say it happened so suddenly. They won't see the years of preparation, the silent obedience, the discipline nobody applauded, the tears you never posted. But I saw it all. Do not rush now. Do not announce this season too early. What I am doing needs room to breathe. Stay grounded. Stay obedient to what you already know. Do not go back to what I already pulled you out of. Because part 3 is where the shift becomes visible, where others begin to notice what changed even before you say a word. Stay here. This message is not finished with you yet.
Now this is where things begin to change. Not loudly, not dramatically, but undeniably. What I am about to do in your life will not need announcements. It will not need explanations. It will be recognized. People will feel it before you ever speak about it. They will notice the calm in you, the confidence that didn't come from arrogance, the authority that didn't come from force. And some will be uncomfortable, not because you changed into someone else, but because you finally stopped shrinking. You are entering a season where your presence will say more than your words, where your silence will speak louder than arguments, where your consistency will outshine talent. Opportunities will begin to find you without you chasing them. Doors that never opened before will open with less resistance. Respect will come from places that once ignored you. And listen closely. This is important. With visibility comes temptation. You will feel the urge to explain your journey, to prove your pain, to remind people of what they did to you. Do not do it. You do not need to relive wounds to validate healing. You do not need revenge to confirm growth. Let your elevation answer questions your mouth no longer needs to explain. Some people will try to reconnect only because they sense movement, not because they changed, but because they noticed you did. This is where discernment matters. Not everyone who claps deserves access. Not everyone who returns is meant to stay. Familiarity does not equal assignment. Pay attention to peace. It will guide you better than emotion ever could. Because what I am restoring is not just external. I am restoring your confidence, your voice, your ability to trust yourself again. You are no longer asking, "Am I enough?" You are walking knowing you are. And here is something very few understand. The reason this season feels quieter is because noise is no longer required. I am not preparing you for applause. I am preparing you for stability. Applause fades, stability remains. And now, the final part is critical, because part 4 reveals what I expect from you next, and why obedience in this moment determines how long this season lasts. Do not leave yet. This message was not meant to encourage you. It was meant to align you. Stay here. The most important instruction is coming. Listen carefully, because this part decides everything. What I am giving you next cannot be carried with the habits of your old season. I am not asking you to move louder. I am not asking you to move faster. I am asking you to move wiser. There will be moments where you feel the urge to rush, to say yes too quickly, to explain yourself, to go back to what feels familiar. Pause. Familiar does not mean assigned. Some doors will open suddenly. Not all of them are for me. Some opportunities will look perfect, but they will cost you peace. They will drain your clarity. They will pull you back into striving. Choose what keeps you whole. I did not bring you this far to burn out again. I did not elevate you so you could lose yourself again. This season requires stewardship. Guard your time. Guard your energy. Guard your words. Speak less. Observe more. Let people reveal themselves. You do not need to announce your next move. You do not need to prove your growth. You do not need permission to outgrow spaces that can no longer hold you. Hear this clearly. What I have planned for you does not depend on their approval. It does not depend on their apology. It does not depend on their understanding. It depends on your obedience. Walk forward even when it feels quiet. Stay faithful even when it feels slow. Trust me, even when you don't see the full picture. Because the next phase of your life is not about survival. It is about stability, consistency, legacy. What is coming will last. What is coming will remain. What is coming will not be taken from you. And when it arrives, you will look back and realize every delay made sense. Every closed door was protection. Every tear prepared you. You were never late. You were never behind. You were being positioned. Stay ready. Stay grounded. Stay listening. And if this message spoke directly to you, do not scroll past it. Type Amen in the comments as a declaration of alignment. And subscribe because the next message will speak directly to the decision you are about to make. This season has only just begun.